Okay. Hey, Capricorn, greatest of all time. Let's go ahead and get started. I know I'm late. It's just one of them days. So, welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to do Capricorn's weekly love tarot card reading, okay? Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. Hold on one second. Okay. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Angel Eyes. How y'all doing? Hey, Remax. How you doing? Y'all got a key player coming into your life. I see it showing up in there. Then you also got this dusty and crusty fucking snooping. Hold on. Let's start off with your oracle card. Okay, this is for Capricorn spirit. Okay, you got the same thing that Aquarius got. So if you got Aquarius placements, you want to go back and watch that reading. It says fence, divides, protected, distant. It says your past hurts are fencing you away from new possibilities. So Spirit is basically telling you, we talk about you and commitment issues, being afraid to love, all of these things. Spirit is telling you, if you want your life to change, you are going to have to heal those things. I'm doing well, Remax. Thank you. Okay, let me clarify what I want to use. Let me get these. Don't worry about the time, because who do I have next? Sagittarius. I just have to pick it up. I'll pick it up at the end. Don't matter. Okay, yeah, see, some of y'all are going through depression, okay, because of the things you experienced, like the hurt, you know, being dragged, being mistreated by certain people and certain things that you experienced. But you have to understand that just because you went through those things, I tell you this all the time, it does not mean your life cannot turn around, okay? You got to stop believing that. You got to stop feeling like you trapped in this current situation. Hey, Blanco Oasis, how you doing? You got to stop feeling like that, okay? That you're locked up. And I hear, oh God, I hear Akon, locked up. You got to stop feeling like you locked up and you trapped and you forever going to be in this, you know, in this situation where you're going to continually be depressed, because you are breaking yourself out of this. By you healing, you're breaking yourself out of it. By you refusing to entertain the old Dusties and Crusties or anybody like that, you are breaking yourself out of this. It's like you're taking the handcuffs off and you're walking away from certain situations, because I keep telling you, as you heal, Capricorn, the way you look at life in general is going to change. You're going to start to get the ick. When you look back at these past connections, you're going to be like, what the fuck was I smoking that I was dealing and entertaining these fucking people that was doing the shit that they was doing? I keep telling you, it is your subconscious mind that has you moving in certain ways. And when you clean this shit up, your whole life is going to change. What you feel like you deserve is going to change. The type of people you entertain is going to change. It's all of that. But you have to put in the work and do what it is you need to do. Fucking things coming in here. Good morning, Sherry. How you doing? Okay, let's move on. You ain't late, Blanco. I'm late. I just got here. You hadn't missed nothing. Just got here. Okay, so let's see what Spirit wants to tell you this week, Capricorn. I'm gonna pull the cards. Hold on one second. Okay, this is for Capricorn Spirit. What is the message for Capricorn, please? This is for Capricorn. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we starting out with Aquarius energy with the star. Okay, so this is talking about, you got a wish, right? You know what I hear? Well, who is that? Cinderella that sings that in Disney? One day my prince will come. I don't know who. I think it's Cinderella. I think so. That's what the fuck I hear in my head. Okay. So some of y'all is either you're singing that or you're watching that or some. I don't know. It's like I said, whoever that's for. That's y'all wish for your prince or your princess to come. Make it fit, guys. And with the star, spirit is saying you have the potential. You're gonna get what it is that you want, but you gotta go through the transformation. You gotta let the old ways die and pick up some new shit with this Scorpio energy with the death card. Okay. So we got the moon showing up here. This Cancer, Pisces energy. It talks about, things that you don't see, like stuff that you don't see coming, or this could be ways in which you're keeping certain things, like certain self-awarenesses about yourself. You're keeping that self-awareness in the dark and not looking at what the hell is really going on with you. Okay. With the Three of Wands, excuse me, this can talk about waiting for your ships to come in, right? But while you waiting, you got to work, because you got somebody coming with a Hierophant, Taurus energy, that wants to marry you, wants to make it official. They want a long-term committed relationship, and this connection has the potential for you to be happy. Here comes the sun, Leo energy, right? But a lot of y'all are carrying burdens with the Ten of Wands that you're going to have to let go of. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's clarify. The star, please. You had the sun, the moon, and the damn star show up. Okay, so see, Spirit, this is what we talking about, right? You want your prince, but then here we got rebound and receipts, right? So you got people in your energy who treat you like a temporary option. Okay, people that come into your life that have unpredictable intentions. Okay, people with whom you need to keep receipts, okay? Because you never know when they gonna fucking pick up the knife and stab you in the back. So you can't keep entertaining shit like this, Capricorn, and then wanting your life to change, okay? You're gonna have to put a stop to it. You gotta stop demonizing being alone. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being alone. I understand that society likes to drag single people, especially in the States. I don't know about other countries. But it's not something, when you get past a certain age, it's not something that's all cute, right? Well, for men, it's okay. But for women, they like to make women feel like they ain't shit if they ain't in a relationship, if they ain't coupled up or booed up with somebody, right? So you got to stop worrying. That's why I keep telling you what all this is about. All of this is about you not learning how to not live your life based on what some fucking body else think. Okay? So your person, this is the new person, learning how to surrender, right? They're letting go of negativity, listening to their higher wisdom, and they're getting out of their ego and shifting into who they truly are. Okay? Some of y'all, you still gonna have to forgive these old dusties and crusties. I keep telling you, it's not about giving them a pass. It's not about saying that what they did is okay. We're not saying that. What we're saying, Capricorn, is that I love my fucking self too much to be hanging on to this fucking energy. Okay? And I'm not saying you got to go hug up and kiss and hug this person. For some of you, this could be talking about the soulmate, that you had some kind of false start with the soulmate. And you may have to forgive them. They may have acted like an ass or something like that. They may feel ashamed and feel like, oh, now I done fucked up. Now I got to come back and make it up. Let them come in and talk to you and see what they say. But like I said, we not just did it. This ain't just apology time no more. Motherfuckers got to come in with apology, and then we need to see changed behavior. Those two things go hand in hand. It's not just one and not the other. Okay? This is what we talk about when we talk about raising our standards. Okay? Back in the day, an apology was okay. But then motherfuckers wanna go back and act the same old way, and we entertaining it, letting them do that. We don't do that no more. Now you apologize, fucker. You got to change your fucking behavior. You can't just come up in here and be any kind of way and think that that's okay. Okay? And so, like I said, I don't wish nothing bad on nobody. But if somebody does something wrong and they end up feeling guilty and feeling ashamed and feeling a certain way about it, I'm not wishing nothing bad on you. But I also feel like you should have did what the fuck you did. That's the way I feel about it. Because trust me, if I have to come back and apologize and take accountability, I'm willing to do what is necessary. Okay? I'm willing to do what's necessary. So if you want other people to be in your energy and to be like that too, you gonna have to have that self-awareness. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. A lot of y'all keep pointing these fingers at these other people when you were a part of the fucking madness too. Because if somebody is doing you wrong, the first time they do it, hey Nicole, the first time they do it, it's on them. But all the subsequent times that they do it after that, all of that shit is you, because they've shown you the first time they did it who the fuck they was, right? If they apologized but there was no change behavior, they let you know right there. So you got to stop telling yourself that being in a relationship, being in a fucked up relationship with somebody is better than you being by yourself. That's lies. That's garbage. Because when you by yourself, you get to move the way you want to move, do what you want to do. All these things, dictate. It's based on you. It ain't based on some fucking body else. Because like I said, if you giving yourself 100% love, that's the type of relationship you want, right? Why would you want to go from having the potential to have a love relationship with yourself and treat and love yourself the way you supposed to be loved, and instead you choose to be in a relationship with a Dusty and Crusty who ain't even giving you fucking 5% on their best fucking day, but you giving them everything? How does that make any sense? That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. We gotta wake the fuck up here. This is about self-awareness. This is about realizing how we step wrong. I'm gonna tell you, like I tell Aquarius, it's not about you being a dirtbag or you being a bad person. It's not about that. When we know better, we do better, right? But it has to start somewhere. You have to get to a point to where you like, okay, I'm not putting up with this no more. And I told you, as you heal yourself, you're going to start to be like, oh no, motherfucker, you can't come in here with that. You're going to start to see it when it's coming down the road and be like, you might as well stop in your tracks and turn around and go on back the other way. Because we ain't entertaining that type of bullshit up in here no more, okay? Because like I said, you have to set the bar and you have to stay there and allow people to come up to where you are or get the fuck on. There's no other choice, okay? All right, here we go. So first card we're going to take a look at is talking about where you are now. So look, we got 5 of Pentacles showing up here, baby. You're feeling left out in the cold. Some of y'all got money issues with this 5 of Pentacles. Like I said, it's these bad choices. It's putting other people's fucking feelings before your own. Stop betraying yourself for somebody else because you trying to save somebody else's fucking feelings. These people ain't out here. They not out here trying to save your feelings, because if they was, you wouldn't be in no 5 of Pentacles. Okay? All right, let's clarify. See, we got repo showing up here, default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, this could be that Dusty and Crusty person, the one that deceives themselves. Hey, Callis, how you doing? That one that deceives themselves. They could be the ones that's financially having the financial issues, right? Because we got like I said, the repo default on payments and all this stuff. This could be them, because I hear my girl wants to party all the time. So when I hear that, they talking about the Dusty and Crusty, okay? But this is still you feeling left out in the cold though with the 5 of Pentacles, okay? Some of you, you could have financial instability. Because look, let me explain this to you. What you got to understand, Capricorn, this is everybody in here. I don't care if you're a Capricorn Sun, if you're Capricorn Saturn, whatever it is. If you in here, you was meant to hear this. This is about you learning how to give yourself stability in every area of your life, okay? Because that's been the problem. There is no stability. That's why you latching on to whoever the hell you latching on to, and you moving in ways that you know are not in your best interest, because you were raised, a lot of you, in environments that lacked stability, right? Broken homes, situations where you saw your parents struggling in relationships, right? Or if they, they got in a relationship, they being abused in some shape, form, or fashion, emotionally, mentally, some of y'all physically, all of these things. And that was your instruction manual, right? Like I said, you can't control that type of thing in the past because you were a child. You had no control over that. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that's all well and good, but we adults now, right? Because like I said, you should be 18 or older up in here. If you ain't 18 or older, I would advise you to leave, because I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, okay? So I'm saying all of this to say, you're an adult now. Now it's time for you to fix your life, because I keep trying to tell you, the quality of your life depends on what you're willing to do to fix it. So you can't expect to have somebody come in and want to be in a healthy relationship with you if you don't even give a fuck enough about yourself to clean your own shit up, okay? So like I said, if what the fuck I'm saying to you is triggering you, then you are the person that needs to hear what I'm saying, okay? Because this is like I told you, this is not fairy tale tarot. We don't sit up in here and talk about soulmates that's coming and all this kind of shit, and you just sit back and be like, oh, all I gotta do is chill. All I gotta do is chill, and they gonna come. Cause best believe, baby, when this camera ain't on, Leigh is working on her shit. So that's why I say all y'all need to be doing the same thing too. Like I said, you need to keep on working at it and not giving up until it becomes a habit, just like going to the fucking gym. Nobody is born out the damn womb and goes to the gym all day long every day. They keep going until it becomes a habit. So it needs to be the same thing with this healing. That needs to be your number one priority, loving on yourself and healing yourself and making sure you're the best Capricorn you can be. So I'm saying all of this to say, if you want this is what's coming. Look, let me pull it up so you can see. Reconciliation. And we talking about reconciliation with a past life soulmate. We not talking about no Dusty and Crusty, okay? It's saying reconciliation because you have lived many lifetimes with this person, okay? So they are coming, but you're going to have to show up differently than what you showing up, Capricorn, okay? You're going to have to learn how to set boundaries. You're going to have to not be afraid to step on fucking people's toes, because people been stepping on your shit all your life. And you've been allowing more. I hear Spirit saying, what is that? Oh, God, what is that thing, that line from that movie? Where, I can't remember what movie it is, but it's like it's a kid that says, more, can I have more, sir? Or something like that. Like people stepping on your toes and you like, can I have more, sir? Or can I have more, ma'am? You asking for more by you standing there and sitting in there and taking it. So we trying to get up out of that. And so in order to get up out of that, I'm telling you what has to happen, because it sounds like it don't make no sense, but you love on yourself. You start to put yourself first. You fill your own fucking cup up. You have the whatever type of relationship, I keep telling you, whatever type of relationship you dream about having with this new person that's coming, you need to be giving that shit full force to yourself. Take your own fucking self out. Buy your own self flowers. I'm telling you all these things because this is what you do, because a relationship with somebody in the 3D is an externalized version of the relationship that you have with yourself. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. And so the better you are to yourself, the better this person is going to come in and be to you, okay? But it's not magic. You're going to have to do the goddamn work. This is not a fucking Hallmark movie where the person go through this transformation and it look like they don't do nothing, right? They just hurt for 5 seconds and then the next thing they know, that person knocking on the door. It ain't that type of party, okay? In this party, we get down and dirty. We crawl through the fucking mud. We have the bullets flying over our heads, but we going. We like, we finna go get this goddamn relationship. But we finna go get this self-love first. We finna go get this self-love. We finna go take care of ourselves first, and that's what it's gonna be, okay? So I'm saying all this to say, some of y'all gonna have to take your head out of the sand. Spirit is saying take your head out of your ass. That's what they saying. Take your head out of your ass and do what it is you need to do, Capricorn, so you can have what it is you want. You better look at it like, you better look at this person and the love that you have for yourself, the self-love, the healing. You better look at it like it's some money, okay? I'm gotta put it in terms where y'all that y'all love to talk about, right? You love to have money, you love to have stability, you love to have all those things. You need to start to look at those things as if they're money and ask yourself, what would I do if I was trying to get this self-love and I'm treating it like it's an amount of money? What would I do to get it? Anything, right? So I'm saying all this to say that's what you're gonna have to start doing when it comes to yourself. Okay? You got to love yourself more than you love anything in this world, and put yourself first more than anything in this world, even if you have kids, because I keep trying to tell you, them kids are watching what the hell you doing and how you treat yourself and the type of shit you always allowing or not allowing from other people, okay? Because like I said, those of you that have children, you have an audience that is watching you, and you are teaching them, ingraining things into them like things that were ingrained into you when you were a kid and you fucking grew up around certain behaviors, okay? But you are being exposed to the right way, one of the right ways to do things. It ain't the only way. There are other ways you can do stuff, but we giving you a jumping off point, okay? So a place for you to start, right? Because this ain't about, we ain't about up in here just watching some shit and then you just watching some stuff, just watching stuff and not doing nothing, right? And then you wonder why your life not changing. We giving you the answers. We giving you the damn cheat codes, but you gonna have to fucking do the work, okay? All right, next card is talking about love life changes, right? So love life challenges, excuse me. So we got the King of Swords. Air sign is someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So this is talking about that Dusty and Crusty, right? This cold motherfucker who left you out in the cold, did all this dirt, right? Out here fucking around with any and everything that moves, right? And Spirit is telling you, you know, this is the challenge. You being able to put yourself first and tell this motherfucker, bye, I'm done. Don't come back. Don't call me. Don't say nothing to me. We're done. You know, just act like I don't exist. Okay? All right. Because this is all this person gives you are undefined parameters, right? Keeping you in the dark all the time. You can't live like that. That's not fair for somebody that wants to be in a relationship. But it's up to you to say, hey, not doing this no more, right? I'm not going to allow you to do whatever no more. You know, you got to stop letting the negativity take over. You got to stop feeling guilty. And like I told you, putting other people's fucking feelings before your own feelings, because that's betrayal. You are betraying yourself every time you do that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay? If you don't want other people to betray you, you have to stop doing it to yourself. Because this new person, they watching, Spirit is guiding them towards you, right? Guiding the two of you together. And then we got Warrior here. They stepping into their divine counterpart energy, ready to come towards you when the time is right, okay? All right, this next card we're going to take a look at talks about self-love. So we got the Seven of Wands here. This is about you setting your boundaries, guarding your energy, right? And not allowing anybody up in your fucking energy. Nobody, not just anybody should be allowed to get in your energy. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you here, okay? Because look at this person. They ain't just fighting from the front. They fighting from the back too. They like, nobody. You can't come in the front, and you can't come up in here in the back until I vet you and see what the hell is going on, okay? This is about clarity, Spirit is saying. It says, able to see things clearly, understanding people, places, and things for what they truly are, okay? So your person takes time out. They have solitude to themselves, okay? This is like hermit energy. This person works on the clarity, the things that we're talking about, okay? That's what Spirit is letting you know. They all about the fucking boundaries and not letting anybody up in their energy. Because like I told you, your person deals with situations where they have to be like that. That if they don't show up like that, they won't have no solace, no peace, no nothing to themselves. Okay? All right. See, because there's your person, secret admirer, right? They ready to come in, but They have to wait for the right time. I told you they're listening to their intuition, right? To their higher self. Okay, next card we're going to take a look at talks about experiences, right? The lessons that you've learned. So we got the Tower, Scorpio energy, right? So you done had your foundation torn down many times, is what Spirit is telling me. You done had a lot of changes in your life, okay? This is about you learning how to put, like I told you, put yourself first. Self-love, nurture yourself, right? See, with your person, that's what they've learned how to do. Okay, they learn how to take lemons and make lemonade out of it, right? To find their abundance. And so Spirit is telling you that once you're able to learn how to nurture yourself properly, to provide stability for yourself in all areas, not just monetarily, you're gonna have that same abundance. Okay. Cause see, you got this fucking twin flame holding you back, this false connection, right? They trying their best to hang on to you. They want to bring a Tower moment into your life because you're moving on and you telling this motherfucker, bye Felicia, I'm done with your ass. Don't come, don't, like I told you, don't call me, don't talk to me, don't do none of that, right? So this person's still hanging on. They still in your fucking energy, trying to basically latch on and stay latched into your energy, because I keep telling you they're trying to siphon. Okay. All right. The next card we're going to talk about talks about what is holding you back, right? The delays. So we got the Four of Pentacles here, being emotionally unavailable, right? The Four of Pentacles can talk about monetary issues too. So we got the Four and the Five of Pentacles here. So for some of you, this is talking about a monetary instability. Okay. But it is also talking about you holding yourself back emotionally because you've been hurt so many times, right? And I keep telling you, you can change your life. It doesn't always have to be like this, but you have to be the change. It's nobody else. Spirit is telling you, you have an opportunity coming your way with the comfortability card. Somebody who is going to allow you to completely and totally be yourself. I was about to call you Aquarius, so you might have Aquarius placements. Somebody that's going to allow you to totally be yourself, Capricorn, and that not be a problem, right? Some of y'all are working your damn selves to death with this burnout. But you got this new person coming in. They're going to want to date you, wine and dine, do all these beautiful things, court you, all these things that you deserve, Capricorn, or want you to do that to them if you're a guy, okay? And then look, they gonna want to knock you up too. There you go, knocked up. It says pregnancy, expecting, mothering. Okay. All right. So let's go. Let's move on to the next placements. Okay. Okay. So when it comes to a description of your person, this is somebody, they have a lot, they have a lot of love, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of legacy. This is somebody, like I told you, that's worked on themselves and gotten themselves to a certain level. And I feel like you're ascending to that level as well. Okay. Let's clarify. This person could smoke. You know what I mean? They could smoke cigarettes, but they could smoke other things too. They could smoke herb. Let me say that. Okay, so it says, it can say clouded, unable to think clearly, unable to make decisions, poor concentration. But this could be the Dusty and Crusty that be, I keep hearing Akon locked up. So that Dusty and some of y'all Dusties and Crusties could be locked up. Okay, because I keep hearing that song, and when I hear that song, Spirit is talking about somebody in jail. So you have the depressed card coming up again. It came out in the beginning. Let me see why this is showing up. A lot of you are depressed because you're not with your person yet. But I told you, you got to kick yourself in the ass, Capricorn, and get on the damn ball. You can't just focus on money, okay, and don't focus on nothing else in your life and think that that's all you need to be okay. Because you can have all the fucking money in the world. Ask the billionaires and the fucking millionaires, the people that get ascend to certain levels, and then they find out it means nothing because they don't have happiness and peace within themselves, or they not in a type of relationship that they want to be in and stuff like that. Money is a beautiful thing. Trust me, I love money just as much as everybody else because you need it to live, and that, you know, the more of it you have, the better lifestyle you can live. I will tell you that. But it's not the be all and end all. Okay, so this is about you realizing certain things, realizing that it can't just be all about that. It got to be about your spirit. You have to fulfill your spirit. That's why these people, you find out all these people, they get all this money and stuff like that, and they fucking depressed, or they are they end up offing themselves and stuff like that because they thought that once they got the money, or they got the I don't know, the house or the car and all this shit, that's the material. That's all they needed was the material things, but it's not, okay? All right, so the next card we're going to take a look at is talking about how and when you and your person are going to meet. When you learn how to find your happiness, when you learn how to find your happiness, and it doesn't have anything to do with another person, okay? Even though there's other people on this card, Spirit is talking about happiness within yourself. So we got my boo showing up here. That's what Spirit is saying. When you find your happiness without your person, that's when they're going to come. Okay? I hear Usher and Alicia Keys, my boo. They sing that song. So, yeah. Spirit is telling you this is about you learning how to stay in the flow, be detached, and not allow whether this person is here or not to dictate whether you're going to be happy or not. You just got to be happy regardless. Okay? All right. Because I hear this or that. I hear that Black Sheep song. So it's talking about having to choose between the new and the old. Look at you and your person mirroring each other. Capricorn, look. Same fucking card. Okay? So both of you want the same thing. You both want to come together with each other, but you got to learn to find your happiness without each other first in order for that to happen. Okay? The next card we're going to take a look at talks about your future relationship together. We got the Eight of Pentacles, doing the work, right? Doing the work. See, there's the player. You got, and see, this person's going to try to mess that up when you and your person, you know, are working on this relationship, trying to be together and stuff like that. They trying to create delays. They trying to fuck with the time, create delays, you know, make you procrastinate, make you make the wrong decision, right? That's what that working on yourself does too. I told you, you'll be able to see the motherfuckers coming down the road, be like, not doing that, not entertaining that. Get the fuck on out my face, okay? Let's not even go there. So, yeah, see, they want to come back and just do the same old shit they did, the ghosting. Ain't nobody thinking about that bullshit, out of sight, out of mind, all that crap. So we got music. It says messages received through music and lyrics. So you could be hearing messages from your person. You could also be hearing messages from this Dusty and Crusty, okay? All right, so next card talks about personal growth tips. So we got the Page of Swords here. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you with this Page of Swords, make the most of this delay. Make the most of you and your person being in separation right now, okay? It's important for you to do that. See, because look, you are about to step into this connection. Once you do that, right, you make the most of everything. I hear it. We have liftoff. So it says fast action, progression forward. The wait is over, okay? Because like I said, before you know it, this person is going to be standing in your face, and you don't want to get caught with your pants down, because you and this person are mirroring each other with the spirit animal card, okay? You could have karmic family members. This could be talking about your person. Take it as it resonates. So they could be trying to work through that because this is their card, okay? That's coming out here. So the last card we're going to take a look at talks about tips to attracting a relationship. So we got the 5 of Cups showing up here. So Spirit is telling you, anybody that's trying to hurt you, that comes into your life with fucking red flags, warning signs, that type of shit, your intuition is jumping, telling you, don't do it. Or you hear alarm, because like I hear alarm bells in my head, like like that. You hear certain things or certain shit just don't add up. You need to start listening to what your body is telling you, because a lot of you people around you have talked you out of using your abilities. Those abilities are a part of your inner light, okay? Your person got, they have neglect wounds that they're needing to work on. So this is what they're focused on, okay? But with you got to learn how to look at these red flags, look at these things that Spirit is showing you, or that your soul is showing you, your intuition, and use the discernment to stay away from people that you know you should stay away from. Some of y'all knew that some of these people y'all was fucking around with wasn't no good, and you messed with them anyway. Okay? So now you know, right? But because that's what you got to understand. Every time you get into something with somebody and it's not the right person, you're wasting time, because you're picking up their shit, they picking up your shit. Then you end up breaking up, you get hurt, all these things, you got to heal yourself, all this stuff. It's like going around and around and around on the same fucking hamster wheel over and over again. You have to start to ask yourself, when are you going to learn? When are you going to realize? Sometimes the best thing to do is to just take your time. Don't be rushing nowhere. Don't be allowing the lust to take over and stuff like that, because we human. We human. I get it. We all have needs. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what's more important? For you to hit it and quit it right now, or for you to be in the type of long-term committed relationship that you want to have, okay? All right, let's get these other messages from Spirit. Okay, we have being guarded. It says, you are lonely, Capricorn, because you're so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. You're going to have to do this at some point if you want to be in a long-term, stable, and committed connection with somebody, okay? Then we have fear of touch. This is not going to be for everybody, all right? Some of y'all may have been abused or something like that, and that might be why you have a fear of touch, or somebody may have, used their touch in some kind of, it could talk about SA, all types of stuff. You know what I'm talking about. So it says, don't trust touch. Take small steps until you feel comfortable with others. So let me tell you this. This is my thing that I say about this damn lifetime. This life is hard enough. So I'm not finna fucking have no motherfucking phobias, okay? That's gonna fucking overtake me. If there's anything that I'm afraid of, I keep fucking with it until it goes away. Because I'm not finna be panic attacking and doing those. I can't do that, because that's just adding to the list of shit you got to deal with, anxiety and all this. So I'm saying all this to say, I'm not in any way shaming anybody that has any type of fears or phobias or things like that. But I'm just saying, for me, it's just certain shit. I'm like, no, we gonna have to keep dealing with it until we okay with it. Okay, anything, I don't give a fuck what it is. We gonna have to deal with it, because you don't need to add anything already to already the things that have been done to you by other people, right? So let's move on. The last card we got here is seeking perfection. Okay, so it says, everyone has flaws, Capricorn. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. Okay, we talk about this all the time. You have to know what it is that you want in a relationship, but it also has to be you. Like I said, you have to love on yourself and give that self-love and be ready for that new person to come in when the time is right as well. Okay, all right. Let's get this message from Spirit, and then we'll get some messages from your person. Okay, we got passion. It says, the universe is always guiding me towards my passions. The angels ask you to act and follow what you believe in with all your heart. You have come to this earth to fulfill a mission, unleash your full potential, and engage in activities that bring pleasure. So you're supposed to always be going towards the things that make you happy. That is what makes you happy in this lifetime. A lot of times when you're depressed, it can talk about because your life is not turning out the way you want it to be, but you are the only person that can change it. You have to stop giving your power to things outside of yourself and saying, oh, my life is shit because of this outside thing or because of this. It's because it has gotten that way because of your negative thoughts and limited beliefs, and you got to dig yourself out of that fucking hole. You have to dig yourself out of it, okay? That's what it is, okay? You seeing what's going on? Start with baby steps. Pick one thing. Say I got make a list of things that you enjoy doing that will make your day better, and then every day pick one thing off that list and do it for yourself. If you like to read, go sit down and read a book for an hour or 30 minutes or whatever you can spare time for. If you like to go for a walk every day or every other day or when you can fit it in. Do it like that and just add things. Like I told you, just like going to the gym, you learn how to make things become a habit. So you need to learn how to make your passions a habit. Okay? Because a lot of you, all you do are things you don't want to do, and then you wonder why your life is fucked up. Okay? You live in a place you don't want to live in. Okay? You working at a job you fucking don't like. All right? You don't go out and do things to entertain yourself for whatever reasons. Okay? The people you hang around with are shit. Okay? If you got two of those things going on, I could see somebody sitting in this type of energy. Okay? Being depressed, being angry, upset, not wanting to get out of bed in the morning or whatever. You have to find reasons to want to be here and live your life. Okay? All right, let's move on. Let's get some messages from your person. Okay, we've got, I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about the last time I saw you. Okay, so that's from the soulmate. I still feel so attracted to you. I feel like that's from the soulmate as well. Okay, let's get these other messages. Okay, we have mastery. Okay, I hear Frank Ocean. I've been thinking about you. Ooh, no. That's what I hear. So it says, at this phase in my life, I'm focused on honing my craft and refining the skills that will help me fulfill my purpose. Okay? So your person is, doing the things that they need to do to show up the way they need to show up when it's time. Okay? To do what they came here to do, their mission. Because I told you have individual ones and you got some that you're going to be doing together. Okay? And then I also hear that, what is that, London beat? I've been thinking about you. I hear that too. Okay, I hear both. I hear they give me different versions of the same message. Okay, different songs that say the same thing. Okay, we also have I can't imagine a life without you. And then we have you don't realize how perfect you are to me. All right. Here. Let me get these. Let's do something different. Okay, Capricorn. We have natural evolution. It says let the situation unfold naturally. Then we also have marriage. Okay, it says wedding bells are ringing. All right. Bottom of the deck, forgiveness. We got forgiveness showing up here twice, right? Forgiveness. So some of y'all got some people you need to forgive. And it's for you. It's not for them. It says allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. Okay? That's why you got this here, the fence, right? It's saying your past hurts are fencing you away from new possibilities. So that hurt is blocking you from moving forward into what it is you want. All right? All right, Capricorn. That was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Greatest of all time. Love y'all. Bye.